Here we're going to be making a beautiful 8-pointed window star. Window stars are best made out of kite paper. I'm using this pack of kite paper, which is translucent and glossy. So you could use origami paper or thin printer paper or any kind of paper that you have, but I highly recommend finding some kite paper because it is really beautiful when you put your star up in the window. So I picked out 8 pieces of paper. You take your square and you fold it in half diagonally from one corner to another. Open it up again and then take one of those corners and line it up so that you fold it along that center line and smooth it down. You want to fold it again on the other side, taking that corner in to meet the middle line and lining it up and smoothing it out. And now this is the little kite shape that you are going to make 8 of to make this window star. So you take each of your pieces of paper and do the exact same thing. This is the basic window star formation. Once you have this, you can actually use this shape to add more folds and make it more advanced, but this is how we're doing it, just like that. So I folded all 8 of my pieces, and then we are going to line them up and make sure that you have them arranged in the color pattern that you want to be your final design. And so I line them all up like this and make sure that it all looks good. And then I am going to glue it together. I'm using a washable glue stick, which though it's purple, it fades into clear. And I just put a little bit of glue on the inside to make sure that those pieces stick all the way down. And then you line it up. And I keep my fingers right there where the overlap is so I know where to put my glue. And then you line up the window star piece right there, making sure that the edge of it is lined up nicely on that center line of the other piece that you're sticking it on. So I go through and stick each of the 8 pieces together, always overlapping on one side and sticking it down in the center. And you can see that when you glue one of these kite pieces onto the other one, that it will hold down the paper underneath it. But I do feel that gluing it to the bottom really helps it to be more sturdy and to stay put all together. It doesn't take a lot, but you do want to make sure that you're very precise lining it up, because when you put these up in the window, the light is going to shine through and it's going to create patterns in all of the places where the paper is overlapped underneath it. So the more precisely that the papers are lined up, the more beautiful that your geometry is going to look when it is in the window. So on the last piece, once you get 7 of your pieces lined up, then the last piece, there's one more kind of thing that you want to do. So here we go. I am going to glue this piece down and you're going to put it on top of the 7th piece. But then you are going to lift up the first piece and overlap it and then glue that first piece down onto that 8th piece in the same way that we have been doing all the others. So then you have your completed window star and it's so beautiful. I use the washable glue just to put a little bit of dabs of it on the back corners, and I use that to glue it to my windows. But you could use a small piece of reversible tape, but the glue washes right off. When you put it in the window and the sunshine comes through, it's so beautiful. And it's a wonderful way to bring more color and joy and festivity into your house in the winter. I hope you enjoy your window star.